Hi, it's Auntie K, Yard Sales Arena here with Uncle Vinty, the Vintage Tool Man. I know you thought it was Darth Vader, but it's not. Huh, there I am. All right,
with the tiara.
Huh?
With your tiara.
With my tiara. You will never catch me without my tiara. Another yard sale find. What did I pay for the mask, Uncle Vinty? You remember?
Don't remember.
50 cents,
50
something
cents
like
or
that.
something. Yeah,
I couldn't pass it up. It looked like fun. Okay. Other finds. At the auction, I bought this. It's a butter churn. It's not a daisy churn. Those are the more desirable collectible types of these churns. But I paid $35 for it, and it's worth about $65. So I think I came out okay. And I do have a small collection of churns, so I like it. It needs a little bit of work, but we'll get it up and running. The reason that I went to the auction in the first place was for this. Now, it looks a lot better than it did when I bought it. This is a Fisher Scientific scale. I paid $130 for it, and that sounds like a lot, but these particular scales are worth $500 or more. This is a very unique scale because in addition to having the weights that you would typically use on the scale, you also have these more refined weights. See those up there? Should I release the scale? Oh, my head's in the way, sorry. See, I'll push them down. See those?
Yes, we can see them.
All right. That allow you to weigh items with the scale being closed. So sometimes if you're weighing really sensitive items, air turbulence can affect the weight. So this is a very, sensitive, I guess you would call it? Very sensitive scale.
And delicate.
And, yeah, delicate. Uncle Vinty had to reset everything up because when we carried it out, I messed it up.
It's actually in balance right now.
Yes, it is in balance. It's really neat. Should I do some of the things that it does?
No, you already have.
Okay, well, I didn't show them but that's okay. All right, just at a yard sale yesterday, I found a couple of items. I bought this croc. I bundled it, so I didn't pay $10 for it. But these are nice. It's worth about $30. People like to use those for planters.
No cracks.
But a year ago, I was at this very same yard sale, and they had this Santa. He is a vintage plastic blow mold Santa, and they bought him in 1990 from the Ace Hardware store in Southeast DC, Washington, D.C., and he was old at the time. They said they had him stored away. There was about a foot of dust he was sitting in up in the attic. So he's relatively old, and he lights up. He's really cool. They wanted $50 for him, but they sold him to be for $40. They said that's the least they would take. Otherwise, they were going to take him with them to Punta Gorda because they're moving. So I was really happy to get him. And ironically, we had just put a flag up outside our house with a snowman on it, just to be funny. And now we have
It's been very hot here.
It has been quite hot. So we put the snowman flag up, and now we have a Santa in our yard. So there's no telling what our neighbors think about us. Okay, moving on. Down here, this is a solid oak log bench. It's at least 5 feet, maybe closer to 6 feet long, and I just love this. It had just been dropped off at the Goodwill, and I asked the manager how much he would charge me for it, and he said, you can have it for $8. I said, okay, I'll take it. And it's really quite heavy, but we love it. It's great. We're probably going to hang on to that.
It's an oak log.
It's an oak log. Really nice. Okay, moving down. Uncle Vinty, can you squeeze through there?
I'm here.
All right. Can you come maybe from an angle?
I got it in an angle. It's better.
Yeah, it takes the glare off. This is a 19th century tinted photograph by an artist named Nelson Underhill. And in my research, I found that she was most likely a woman because of the subject that she tended to photograph. It's signed by the artist, Nelson Underhill, and the name of this particular photograph is Sunday Morning. Now you can see it does have a little bit of water damage down here, but that is nothing that a good matting and a decent frame will not cure. I paid $40 for that photograph, and it's worth $100. Okay, another Goodwill item. When I was at the Goodwill one time last week, they had one of these lamps, and I went back the next day and said, "Oh, do you still have that brass lamp?" And they said, "Oh no, we sold it." And I said, "Oh darn, I was going to buy it." And they said, "Well, we just got one in the back. Come on back and see what you think." So I came back and I looked at this, and I love it. It's really nice. They sold it to me for $4. I think they like me. At least some of the time they like me. So we're going to use that. We're going to replace a lamp, an old brass lamp that we had that's seen better days, with that one. Behind there is a 1940s gas can. I paid $4 for that. It doesn't have any identification or advertising or anything on it. I'm sure it did at one point in time, but it's been repainted. Ironically, the day that we bought the gas can, I wasn't paying attention, and I looked down, and the gas tank said 0 miles to empty. 0. Oh my gosh. So Uncle Vinty was having a fit. "Oh my God, we're gonna run out of gas." And he said, "We don't have a gas can." But then we said, "Oh yes, we do. We had just bought a gas can," so we almost got to use the thing. Fortunately, we did not have to.
You didn't have to.
Okay, over here, this was, where do we get those? Oh yeah, at an estate sale.
Estate sale.
Yeah, we thought it started at, what, 9, and we got there at 10:30. It started at 7. The house was almost totally empty when we got there. But we found this down in the basement. It's got a brand on it. It's called Big Boy. And it's got 4 different of the shoe forms with it, and actually some of the heels. I'm worried Uncle Vinty's going to actually use those and try to put heels on some of his shoes that have worn out.
Might do that.
He might. If he does, I'll try to videotape it and show you. All right, this was another item from that same estate sale. Like I said, it was really picked over when we got there. This is a file box. Look at that. It's army green. I don't know if you can see the little feet down here, but it's stackable. So you would just slide the feet down here and stack them up. Uncle Vinty didn't want me to get this because these feet are quite sharp.
They're sharp. Yeah.
If you put them
tear up
on
any wood floor.
any kind of nice wood floor, so we obviously can't put them on a good wood floor, but we're going to find some use for that. Anyway, I looked them up when I got home, and I did find one set of these identical file boxes. They're selling a stack of 4 for $750, or you could buy one for $200. And they have 12 of them available. So I think I did pretty good on that. Oh, I paid $3. I forgot to tell you. Did I tell him that I paid $5 on the...
I think so,
okay,
on the shoe last.
All right. From an auction, I have some really neat things to show you guys from the auction, which I will, but this is one of the items that I got there. It's a, what do you call it? Boiler? Or...
Boiler, yeah, I guess.
It's something that was used... It is used to put on top of a wood-burning stove to humidify the air. So you would fill this up with water and put this on top of your stove. Obviously, someone has painted this one and used it more as a decor piece. I paid $30 for that, but someone there at the auction told me that they sell for $120 or something dollars. So I didn't know that. So I guess I did okay.
It's quite heavy.
It's very heavy. All right, where to
What's next?
I guess we'll continue on with the cast iron. A fluter from the auction, really neat, Geneva hand fluter. I collect irons, so paid $45 for it, and that's about what it's worth, but I really wanted it, and so I bought it. Nice little apothecary or candy store scale here. It doesn't have a name on it, but it had a stack of the weights with it, and I didn't pay very much for that scale. What did I pay for that scale? $20.
Lift the pan off.
$20.
Yeah.
$20. So I think that's, that's not worth a lot, but I think that's nice. You guys might remember. I like cast iron. I also collect scales. just a fire starter from the same yard sale where I got Santa. Paid I don't know what, about $1 for that.
Show the starter.
Oh, show the starter. Oh.
You didn't show the starter. Yeah.
Ta-da.
Oops, you don't have to pull it so close.
Oh, why?
To the camera.
Oh, did I scare you guys? They even have matches in here. I'm ready to go. What do you use for the fuel on the starter?
Kerosene.
Kerosene, okay.
Soak it in kerosene.
Do you put kerosene in a little pot?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Then, let me finish here and then I'll come back to the phone. Goodwill find. I think I paid $12 for this. It's a honey brown lager vintage mirror.
Okay.
Okay, a neat old oil lamp. $5 on the oil lamp. This one has a Queen Anne #1 burner. Quite old. Doesn't have a chimney with it, but you guys know I have hundreds of chimneys, so not a problem. I think that one's a good one. That's probably worth about $50. A neat old dress form. It's adjustable. I think the reason that I got this for such a low price, this was at the auction. What did I pay on that dress form? $30. I only paid $30 on it. It's worth about $100. Is because I think people didn't realize that this is adjustable. You know, it's a full-size dress form where you can keep it short and put it up on a display case. All right, here we go. Now I need you down here, Uncle Vinty, so you can shoot this.
It's a telephone.
It's a neat old telephone. Same yard sale where we got Santa. I was leaving. We had come back because Uncle Vinty wanted to get some cherry wood from him. And
Don't take it out of there.
I was walking away. I was going to show how shiny it was. And I saw this. It was in a box. And I go, what is that? And he said, oh, it's an old phone from 1901. It's a Kellogg phone. It does say patent November 26, 1901, Chicago, USA. He actually had this replated, and all of the little black pieces he had powder coated. So he was going to restore this thing, and all the parts are there. He just never had the time to put it together. He said he brought it here to Maryland from Colorado, where he lived previously, and now they're retiring to Punta Gorda, and he didn't want to take it with him. So we bought that for $40. Mm-hmm. So, and we've got all the parts there, and it's not going to be that difficult to put together. So, oh, and they sell for, what did I say? What did I look on that? That thing was quite expensive. About $150. Last item from the auction. This is an antique. It's a print. It's printed on that texturized board. You can see she's got some problems down there, but I'm gonna dab that with some paint and try to blend it in. I think I can do that. You think I can do that, Uncle Vinty?
Probably not.
Oh, yes, I can. And what was really neat and why I bought this was for the scale. This is an ornate gilded triple wood frame. The frame is just gorgeous. It's in really nice shape. It's wood and gesso. It's got a little bauble there, but you dab that with some gold paint and you're good to go. This is in really remarkably good shape. $30 for this, and the frame itself I would venture would sell for about $100 at least. So I think that's it. That's it for the yard sale show for the week of August what is the date today? Is it the 11th?
12th today. Yesterday's
11th. Okay, we'll be back next week with more yard sale finds. Bye.